Hi, this is Tracy at Tracing Dreams. Today we are going to work on some Frankenpaper. I have been trying to complete some of the challenges here on Meg at Chasing Retro's collaboration. So I already did some master boards, I did some fabric tags, I did do some ephemera using children's books illustrations, which if I have time I'll show you some of those that I made. So I haven't made Frankenpaper before, and I did a few kind of practice runs to see how it would work, and I used a video as my inspiration from, I believe it was Gail Agostinelli. I will link it below if I can find it, and it's from quite a while ago, but I really liked her technique and how she did the Frankenpaper. So I'll show you how I've been doing it here. So I had a whole bunch of these scraps, and they are a very thin paper, but they have coordinating patterns on it. So I thought that would be an easy way to start, is to use some of the coordinating patterns so that I don't have to think about too much what papers will go together. So I take my art glitter glue, and I do just a little bit of glue on the edge, and then, oops, sorry, I'm bumping the camera. Then I just attach it on one of the sides of the paper there. I kind of loosely use an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper as my template, so every once in a while I'll hold it up and just see how big my paper is. And then at the end, if I want to cut it down to that size, I can. I just try to loosely get it to be around that size. So I think I'll try a piece down here. So how are you all doing today? It's the weekend. Saturday when I'm making this video. Here, I don't know how it is everywhere else, but here in Michigan it's been pretty warm. It's 85 degrees today, which is pretty warm here for September. Oh, that one fits there perfectly. So yeah, we have a little bit of an extended summer. I'm kind of ready for fall though. Okay, so yeah, that works well there. I'll get some more papers. Because this is white on the back, I'm going to also layer some papers on the back here in a few minutes when we finish this. So I'm really enjoying this Ready Set Stash collaboration. It's gotten me to kind of work on some things that I wouldn't normally have tried, and kind of got me a little bit out of my comfort zone, where I'm actually on Facebook trying to craft here, so that's a good thing. Let's save that one for a minute here, see what colors I can put up here. I'll do this one here. Let me grab some scissors. I think that will look good. And I'll show you after I make this one some other Frankenpaper that I made while I was practicing. And I did have some double-sided cardstock where I then didn't have to do another layer on the back, and plus it was too thick to do another layer, but it turned out pretty well. So now I'm looking for something that I can put along the edge here. Kind of went through some of my scraps earlier in the week and totally forgot that I had some of these papers. I don't even remember what we used this for. So, something. Something down there, maybe a little more green. Take my paper too, and I don't like to put the paper behind it as a template because then I'm likely to glue on it. And I have seen some people make Frankenpaper that way too, which I don't see a problem with that. See how my glue is sticking to the cardboard I have behind it. I'll make this one a little bit longer. but I kind of enjoyed making Frankenpaper more than I thought I would. To me, it looked like something that was kind of challenging. I guess it is in its own way, but makes it much easier that I have all these scraps that coordinate with each other. Oops. Yeah, so that's how it turned out on the front side there. Now on the back, I will probably just use a glue stick to glue down pieces in the same way I did here, where you have like a mix of patterns. I'm just gonna get something to glue on. This paper was so thin that if I want to use it as like a book page or a tag or something like that, then it would have been hard to do. So it's nice to have the extra layer. A big chunk of glue stick here. I don't know about everybody else, but I go through a lot of glue sticks. So I did try and get some of these bigger ones here to see if they would last longer. So if you have a favorite glue stick that you would recommend, please let me know in the comments, because I've tried quite a few and I don't know, I guess they're all right, but I just haven't found one that I really love. One of the other ones that I use is this brand here, and that works okay too. Okay, let's put this one maybe going this way, put it there, and then I can find something to put in that corner. So yeah, if you haven't checked out Meg Chasing Retro, her channel, she has a playlist of all the videos from this Ready Set Stash collaboration, and there are some pretty cool videos on there, so definitely check it out. I will link her channel below as well. So on this side, I'm just kind of putting the big pieces on first, and I can do that because there's something to glue them to. Let's see here. That one's not quite long enough. I do think I'd like a little green in that corner there. Yeah, this glue, I keep getting chunks of it when I try to glue the paper, so maybe I'm pressing too hard. Okay, I'll put a little bit of this in here. When I make master boards and when I do collaging and things like that, I like to tie in some of the same papers, not right next to each other, but on one side of the paper, and then put some on the other side of the paper. I just feel like it ties it all together pretty well. And I think I'll put a little bit of pink up at the top there. So these are some fun bright colors. I kind of go back and forth between sometimes doing journals that have the brighter colors, more modern look, but my favorite is still the vintage look to the journals and that. Okay, I'll just put that one there and then have to fill in that spot. Let me see, I need another piece, maybe a lighter pink pattern. Right here, I'm thinking I'll do some of the darker green. Like that. Cut it down a little bit. And I like the look when they're overlapped a little bit. Oh, that one does not want to stick. And I will end up sewing around the edges later. But I haven't done that yet on any of the Frankenpaper pieces that I've made. Cut this a little, edges a little off here. Okay, and then I need another piece here. I'm thinking some blue like that. Yeah, that'll work. I like it when I have lots of choices, so I can just kind of pick something and not have to really think too hard about it. Yeah, so I will trim that down a little bit on the side there so it's even, but that's what it turned out like. And then once it's sewn and all these pages stick together a little better, this would make a great either journal cover or a page in a journal. It's now about the thickness of cardstock, maybe slightly thicker. So I wanted to show you a couple of other pieces that I made of the Frankenpaper. So this one I made with the same scraps, but it's all the same color on each side. So I had the blue side and the pink side. This one's similar, it's this greenish color, matte. And these I kind of mixed the pink and the green. And these were similar. But I made also, I had some double-sided cardstock, which I wish I had more scraps of that because I really like how that turned out. And then you have these on this side here. So I haven't sewn yet, but I'm gonna sew around all the edges there to make it look more like Frankenpaper. But again, this can, it would make a cute cover on a journal, I think. But also you could cut it up like you do a master board into tags or pockets, journaling cards. It could also be a thick page in a journal. Sometimes at the beginning of each of the signatures in journals, I like to use a thicker page, like a cardstock weight. And then there's this one that I used with some thinner paper, some music papers, some graph papers and things that I had left over. And then here's another one with the double-sided cardstock. So I really liked how that turned out. And again, it was a lot easier than I thought it would be. I was a little nervous about trying that. It looked kind of complicated. So I wanted to share also on Meg's Ready Set Stash collaboration here that she had ephemera using children's book illustrations. So I did not film this one, but I did make some ephemera using children's books illustrations. So I have a ton of old children's books and they're not in the best of condition. So, and a lot of them I've, let's say, rescued from the, you know, like they use library book sale when they're about to throw them away and that kind of thing. So I feel like this is giving it new life. But this one I glued onto some handmade yellow paper that I had made and then kind of put a little bit of trim and a button there. So I thought that turned out pretty cute. This one is from an old Madeline book, if you remember those, and I just put it on some cardstock, or it might be file folder. And I thought the picture was so cute that I didn't even want to put any embellishments on it. And this one I put on an old index card, the kind that has a little tab on it there. So I thought that was cute. And then this one I also put on some old file folder. And again, yeah, I just thought you could embellish it a little bit, but I thought it would take away from the picture. I kind of like just those colors there. Then these two I made from another old children's book and put them on some file folder, and then I stapled a little bit of vintage fabric on there that kind of went with the same colors, and I thought those turned out really cute too. This one's from an old children's book, and this one again I glued on some handmade paper that I had made, and this one I turned into a tag. I thought that turned out really cute. This one as well, and this is lace seam binding. And then this one, she's so cute. I wanted to put something along the side here, but I didn't want to cover up the butterfly. So I don't know, I might still put a little something right there. And this one again, the illustration it's perfect the way it is. I didn't want to really add anything to it. This one is on some handmade paper that I made, and it has a little bit of lace seam binding at the bottom. this one here, and then this one I just added a little bit of lace and a button there in the corner. So yeah, those are some tags that I have made. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did like it, please click the like button, and please also follow my channel if you're interested in seeing more videos. I plan on hopefully doing some more hauls soon, and hopefully I can get a couple more of the Ready Set Stash items done too before the end of September. So I'm not sure which one I'll try next. I do have a lot of these index cards. As you can see, I made a couple of things out of those already. So maybe that'll be the next one I'll do. I've never made shaker cards before too, so that might be something worth working on. So let me know what you think. What would you like to see me work on? Or if you have any hints or ideas on making Frankenpaper, definitely leave me a comment below, because I have a lot of scraps to use up, so I think I'd like to make some more. So thank you very much for joining me today.